Okay, so what is your name?
My name is Delilah Aguinaldo Batak.
And where were you born?
I was born in Tarlac, Philippines.
So how is it like growing up in the Philippines?
How is it growing up? It's fun. Because my mom has a big house and it's in the middle of a big lot. So there's a lot of room to play, and around you are your relatives and friends. So it was a fun childhood.
So did you live a comfortable life while you were living in the Philippines?
I would say so, compared to the other relatives or friends that live around us.
So when and why did you decide to move to the U.S.?
My brother was in the U.S. Navy, and he petitioned my dad and my mom, and then our dad petitioned us to immigrate here.
So did all of your siblings move here?
Yes, yeah.
All
Yes. The last batch was in 1997. So all of us were able to come over.
Oh, so not all at the same time, just...
Not all, because the first batch is the minors.
Which consisted of you?
It's my brother June and my sister Imelda, because they were under 21. And then the second batch was us, over 21 years. And then the last batch is one with her family, because she was married and with children.
So in a span of how many years did this take?
A long years, from 1985, between 1985 to 1997 with the last batch.
So how was your first year here in America for you and your family all together?
My first year was a little bit of a challenge, because first of all, we live in a one-bedroom apartment, and it's 8 of us in one-bedroom apartment. It was tough because you compare from the Philippines, living in a big house versus one-bedroom apartment. And we were like cramped sardines in one place. Some are sleeping on the floor, some on the sofa bed. I think we put 3 beds, I think, in one room, in one bedroom. 2 or 3 beds in one bedroom.
So, do you think it was difficult for your family as a whole to be living that life?
Yeah, it was the first year, but after the first year, we were making, I think most of us was making like $3.48 an hour, $3.48 an hour. And after a year, we chipped in $2,000 each, and we were able to buy a house in Daly City. So from San Francisco to Daly City after a year.
So, did you hear, like before you moved to Daly City, did you ever hear anything back home about Daly City, how it was like Little Manila?
Not at all. We don't have a clue. For 1 year we live in San Francisco, we don't have a clue. The real agent, just help us get a house because we want to get out of that one-bedroom apartment to a 4-bedroom house.
Yeah.
And that was more better, because that's where we were able to party, to celebrate a lot of birthdays, anniversaries, and all of that, and we were able to invite friends and relatives in. So that's when we really felt the fun and really good life of America.
So did it come to a surprise to you that once you moved to Daly City, all you saw was...
That's when, yeah, because anywhere you go, there are Filipinos everywhere, anywhere, church, stores, banks, anywhere you go, there are Filipinos. So it's like, oh, it looks like Manila here.
So were you relieved that you had all...
Yeah, and then you kind of feel like you're back home. Yeah, especially when we got the TFC, the Filipino channel.
So what were the significant differences between the U.S. and the Philippines, in your opinion?
In my opinion, it's really the lifestyle. And lifestyle, which include you could drive a car, and also you can eat whatever you want to eat. Steak, in the Philippines you just say it, but you don't actually eat it.
Yeah.
Here you could just go grab it at Safeway, Costco, or wherever, and you just grill it your own, and you have a steak.
Yeah.
There it's really a very, very big deal. You keep on, you know, talking about it, but it's so expensive.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to buy steak
Yeah.
on a normal day.
So what about the environment? Like, for example, the people as opposed to those in the Philippines. How is that?
Yeah, it's really more of, let me see. I think because you know a lot of people there, so you feel home everywhere you go.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the city where I live, basically you know everyone. You know anywhere you go, you know everyone. Here, sometimes you don't see your neighbors because I guess people just keep on working here. And yeah, and then if you see them, they're going in their car, they're going off their car, you say hi, hello, that's it.
Yeah.
No conversation, no, you know, no personal touchment or, that's really all.
So, do you think it's true that people in America, like even if you don't know them and you go up to say hi, they think it's weird, but like in the Philippines, if you go up to someone you don't know and start talking to them, they talk to you even though like they don't know you? Do you think it's true?
Yeah, because I think here in some ways they just mind their own business. It's like they're so tunnel, you know, vision.
Yeah.
Or I mean, you're looking like straight ahead, and they just mind their business. I think you know, it's like whatever you do there, I'm in this way.
So would you say people in the Philippines are more friendly than those here?
I think they're more, what do you call that? Because I think it's because you are sharing the same culture.
Mm-hmm.
You're sharing the same culture, the same beliefs, and so you feel more comfortable here because it's internationally, globally, you know, different from each other. So, you know, there are ways that you cannot do that, you cannot do this to other people.
Mm-hmm. So, would you consider Daly City your home now, or would you still consider the Philippines?
I consider Daly City my home now because since 1986 we live here. And if we go back to the Philippines, also that's home away from home. You know, when you're there, you feel home there now because you're surrounded with relatives.
Mm-hmm.
But home is Daly City now. Home is, I mean, that's where my kids were born and grow, and you know, I more than half of my life I spent here, so it's home now.
Yeah. So if you could, would you move back?
Not for good. I will just move back there to enjoy a month or two. You know, when I retire, just go back and forth.
Mm-hmm. So what about your older relatives that still live in the Philippines? What were their reactions as to you guys moving here?
They were sad, a lot of emotions. On the other hand, really good because we got to share the blessings that we get, and we share it with them. You know, financially, if we could afford, we give gifts, presents, financially, and then overflow of goods, we send it to them. You know, anytime you see waste or anytime that you're overflow of something, we put it aside and ship it to them. And so that's a blessing on their part, that you know, if we are not here, we will not be able to share that much. We have relatives that been very, very sick. We were able to help them. We were able to support. I have a cousin who I supported her dialysis treatment for so long.
And she lives in the Philippines?
She lived in the Philippines until she was done. We were able to support her. It's probably 4 or 5 years that we were able to financially support her. We just had a cousin that had a breast cancer 2-3 months ago. We were able to support her financially, and we got a call back 3 weeks ago from her. She's back to school teaching.
Oh, nice.
With the help of, you know, that we send from here.
Yeah.
So if we were not here, we were not able to financially, materialistically share blessing and support them.
So helping them materialistically isn't on the negative side in your part. It's more of on the positive side because you're helping them.
Yes, yeah, it's just like my mom, she puts it that way, like a charity work for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always, we grew up sharing.
Mhm.
But when we came over here, it's really more sharing and blessing that we give to them.
Yeah. So was it difficult for you and your siblings to find jobs here?
No, because we were equipped with skills and knowledge and education.
Mm-hmm.
We were educated, if not graduated. My brothers were actually graduated technical schools, some college if they did not finish the college, but most of us finished the college there. So we were equipped with education, knowledge, and skills.
Yeah. So it was pretty easy for you guys.
It was. As a matter of fact, 1 month I got a job.
Yeah.
That I could pick and choose, but I chose the one that's like a block and a half away from our apartment.
Uh-huh.
And then my other sisters, it's just like a few blocks away. So
Yeah.
we were like 1 month. I think exactly 1 month or less than a month I got a job.
Mm-hmm. So how easy or difficult was it to adapt to the American lifestyle?
Oh, let's see. How easy? I think not easy. Let's see. You have to really get really used to the culture of what do you call this? If what's in their mind, they say it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the frankness or honest of opinions or feelings.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, you hold it back
Yeah.
in your mind because if you are, I would say people who are very opinionated and they say it in front of your face.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, you hold it back to your mind because you think it's disrespectful to open up,
Yeah.
your opinion in front of everyone. So that's a little bit, it took me a while to get to that where, you just keep quiet, silent, and you're just gonna be very, what do you call that? You just keep on, saying submissive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after a while, you get the use of it, and you can be vocal on your opinions after a while.
Yeah.
And you could just say whatever you feel.
Okay.